Brew Banshee. My name's Eugene. Thank you for subscribing. This is the place where I spotlight the mad scientist in his garage making a first-time brew, all the way up to the most popular, the most successful breweries we all know and love. Today, I'm very excited. We're going to be in Menlo Park, California at Freewheel Brewing Company, meeting with Devin and Erica to talk about their English-style cask ale and what sets them apart. Let's go grab a beer. We have our flights of beers, and ready to get our drinking on.
Yeah, that's the best part, right? So
it is the best part.
We have our 6 real ale flight here, so it's the 6 beer engines we have, which is very unique. Nobody else has this many engines. I mean, this is what we specialize in, this real ale, cask ale.
So engine you're talking about?
The actual, yeah, so it's hand pumped right out there. So these lines run straight to the back and into the cask. And we hand pump it right out there. It's elbow grease and natural carbonation. So this way we get these really beautiful, lightly carbonated, served at cellar temperature, which is going to be 50 degrees. So people always say room temperature, which isn't exactly correct. I mean, 50 degrees is still very cool. It's just not ice cold. But the benefit of that is it really draws out the flavors. So this retails for $9, best deal in town.
You get 6 beers to taste for $9.
6 beers. We do pretty heavy. I've been sampling them already, but we do a little heavy pour here. So it's like 5 ounces. You get 6 of them. So great deal. The first one we're gonna taste here is gonna be the London Calling. So that's number 1 right there. You got yours. Cheers. Let's cheers. Always on the first one. Cheers. So this is our ordinary bitter.
It's still good the second time around. Even better.
It's great, right?
Yeah.
So again, this is an ordinary bitters. This comes from a time that kind of predates IPAs. So this is when you had mild and bitters. And this would have been considered more bitter once upon a time. But now it tastes to us as like very full flavored and delicious, but very low alcohol, 3.5% through this. So, you know, it's truly a session beer, in the true sense of the word. So you come here with some buddies, you know, drink 3 20-ounce pints of this, and you'll be okay.
Yep.
And that's what this is made for. This is made to be a beer that you can drink all the time, but it tastes great. It's not a domestic, you know, light beer what we're used to here. It actually has flavor.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's the London Calling Ordinary Bitter. I love that one.
That is a good one.
So number 2 is going to be the Gone Fishing Pale Ale. And so this is our original head brewer, sadly, and owner, Malcolm McGinnis, had passed away a couple months ago. He was a great friend to all of us, and you know, he's missed dearly. So what we decided to do is, you know, the best thing we do is make beer. So we decided we got to make a beer for him right now. So, you know, kind of to have some, you know, I don't know, closure, but you know, just to honor him. So that's why we made this beer. His favorite beer, large scale, was Anchor Liberty. So this is made in that vein. So if you're going to Anchor Liberty, it's going to be kind of a cask take on that.
We also, Dan from Hot Dogma, Kyle from Alpha Acid, a few home brewers that were friends with Malcolm, they also came and helped us brew this beer for him.
Awesome.
As well. It was kind of a fun experience to come together and like honor him.
Way to, you know, every time you drink this beer, you're kind of thinking of him at the same time. So awesome to you guys.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then the name Gone Fishing comes from his love of fly fishing, a big fly fishing as well. But yeah, just, you know, again, super drinkable, but you definitely get more of those hot notes. All Cascade on this one, which is a delicious beer.
Awesome. Tastes delicious.
Awesome. So the next one we're going to go to is the FSB. So this stands for Freewheel Special Bitter, and this is our take on a special bitter. So London Calling is your ordinary bitter. This is a special bitter. All that means a little bit more alcohol, a little bit more bitterness, a little bit more malty kind of caramel sweetness as well. So this is the one where we get a lot of expats from England that come in here. This is their go-to. So it reminds them of being a kid, right? So this is our FSB. Probably one of our most popular beers. Yeah. New favorite right there?
That flavor is just like tremendous.
Yeah.
You know, coming from what we just had.
Yeah.
And it's not even super full.
No, it's only 4.7%. But it's just, again, it's not just the style, it's that you get that beautiful natural carbonation. And it being at cellar temperature, it just goes down so smooth, right? It's very silky almost.
I'm gonna finish this. If you don't mind.
No, please do. We all will. Cheers, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, you missed it. Cool. So we're ready for number 4 here, which is our dark mild. So this is a really interesting beer because it's not a style you see very often. And again, it comes from a time when back in the day in English beers there were milds and there were bitters, kind of predating IPAs. The mild is almost like a stout or porter light. It's only 2.8% this one, but it still has a rich flavor to it.
That is good. It's very rich, but it's not too bold.
No.
It's still very drinkable, very kind of just on the surface of the tongue, really.
Absolutely.
I feel like this is a good introduction to stouts and porters too if you're not so much into them. This is a good way
I
to.
think the dark color scares a lot of people.
Yeah.
It does.
They're like, oh, it's a heavy beer, it's super, this nails it.
Well, again, that's an interesting being beer right now, right? I mean, that comes from a time when there weren't that many options. So dark beer meant was a heavy beer, whereas now there's a lot of variety within beers, within styles, within colors. And again, this is a really traditional beer. Just don't see a lot of it. But 3.8%, like you said, kind of just sits on that top, nice, a little bit chocolatey, kind of roasted.
Got almost a little bit of smoke to me too.
Yeah.
And we'll have our stout here last, so you can kind of see the difference. But again, one of our most popular, we have it on. It's not an all the time beer, but we have it on. People love it.
Yeah, definitely. I love it.
Thank you.
These guys will too.
All right. So number 5 is going to be the English IPA. All right, so you're an IPA drinker, as I know. You're a big hoppy West Coast guy, right? This is a little bit different than that. This is what, we kind of say is the original session IPA. It's only 4.8%, which is kind of unheard of with a lot of IPAs out here. It's also very balanced with the malt. And that's what an IPA kind of was. You could taste the hop, but you could also taste the malt for very well-rounded, sessionable, delicious beer, but with a lot of flavor. So this is our English IPA. I love that beer.
Yeah. I mean, there's something about the English IPA that just very balanced.
Yes.
Very balanced. Not huge on the front end, not doesn't linger majorly in the back.
Yeah.
But very good.
Doesn't dry you out, right? I mean, like,
yeah, there you go. There you go. That's perfect.
You get the flavor, but you can drink a few of them.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So again, I don't know, it's one of my favorites.
I love this one too. I always felt it. To me, it tastes like a candied orange. Is that right?
Oh, what?
It's a candied orange. It's like a.
And this too, so like
All the citrus.
most of all of our beers, the original recipes come from English breweries.
Yeah.
And a lot of those brewers actually, when we first opened, came over here and brewed with us. So our whole system, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but our whole system back there was custom built in England, shipped over, and then put together here. So it was
that's very unique for this
Incredibly
location.
incredibly unique. So it was built to make these delicious Cask Ales.
Yeah.
And then the brewers came over and brewed these these beers with us for the first time. So I think you really get a pretty authentic Cask Ale experience here that you cannot get really any place else in the States, probably.
There it is. That's the magic sauce right there.
So that's a great one. And then number 6 on our board right now is going to be the Winlock Stout. This original recipe comes from Ironbridge Brewery in Shropshire, England. So I think I always say that wrong. English people always correct me. But you know, when she was saying like she's getting a nice kind of, you know, roasty, you know, smoky kind of tobacco flavor, that's what you're gonna get on this. It's a drier stout, but you also have a little bit of sweetness from, you know, the chocolate malt, but it's not overly powerfully sweet. It's not overly syrupy. It's a very smooth, easy drinking stout.
Even with this, I mean, it's certainly not overpowering.
Yeah.
You know? And actually, you know, if you're coming from here to here, this is an excellent transition.
Absolutely.
This is like training wheels and then two wheels.
But again, you could like with this stout, I mean, you could drink a pint of this. You could drink a couple pints of this, right? If you like a darker beer, it's just that really kind of nuanced, but very just rich, deep flavor. And the thing with these style of beers, the amazing thing about our brewers is that there's no place for off flavors to hide. Like, you know, a lot of people think like these beers are, you know, they're lighter, that they're, you know, but these are like so complex, and they're so hard to brew well because if there's any off flavors or anything wrong, you would totally taste it, right?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to overpower that. There's no like, you know, heavy sweetness or tons of hops to kind of overpower just the subtle deliciousness.
I feel like this stout's got like multiple levels.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it does linger, but it's a good linger.
Yeah.
You know, you even taste different things coming off the back end of your throat.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the thing, right? You're tasting like, that's what I think is really cool about it. You're tasting kind of all these different, and everybody tastes different things too. That's the fun thing about beer in general, is that people have different tastes, they taste different things. But I think with this style of beer, it's not one note. You know, you might get a few things that I'm not getting and vice versa. It's just fun like that. The other cool thing I think that we really pride ourselves on, we love beer, right? We love it. We drink a lot of beer ourselves. But we don't think it needs to be pretentious or unapproachable. Like, we want everybody to come in here and try this. And, you know, we get a lot of that here where people, they come and they say, you know, I drink whatever it is, Coors Light or whatever domestic beer they drink. It's like, well, try this. Or, you know, if you like a little bit of Guinness, try this beer. I think it'll open your mind to some different things.
Well, that's the cool thing about a flight, right?
Yeah.
Because you might run into a beer that you wouldn't normally drink just because the color's different, or you're like, you know, I had a stout a while ago and I really don't like it.
On it.
So it gives you a chance to kind of, you know, dip into a little different, you know, venue of beer.
And hopefully you love them all. But you know, that's the thing, is that with our styles, I mean, these are the samples of the cask styles, but we're also doing more keg beers. So we're doing normal, cold, or carbonated beers as well. So we have 4 taps, and we'll do some different guest taps. We're making our own keg beers as well. So, you know, some people that get through this, they might decide it's not for them. Again, that's the great thing about beer. There's so many different options. So then we'll lead you to like the Mind the Gap IPA, which is one of a bigger IPA, or the Kolsch on keg, which is going to be a lighter beer. So, you know, while we focus on this, we really are trying to expand our horizons too, and really meet people kind of halfway and find things they like.
That's the one thing I love about beer is it's an old drink that has always brought people together. You know, across every culture. You know, so I mean, how many times you just be like, let's go grab a beer?
Absolutely.
You know? It's like, that sounds like a great idea.
It's truly like the great, you know, equalizer of all things, right? You haven't seen somebody in a long time, or you meet somebody for the first time. It's like you get together for a beer, enjoy that experience together. You know, greases the wheels a little bit, gets you going, but it's just fun, and that's truly what we're trying to focus on here as well. Is creating an environment where it's in the classic English sense of it's your local pub. You come here with your friends, family, co-workers, be comfortable, have some great food, have some great beer, and just enjoy yourself, just enjoy life, and that's kind of what it's all about.
Definitely awesome. Anyone that's watching this, you gotta come over here. Thank you so much, man.
Eugene, thank you. Really
Such a pleasure.
Thank you for
Such
coming.
a pleasure,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm gonna finish all these beers.
Here we go. Cheers. We'll take the last sip here.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to you.
Brew Banshee coming at you. Make sure if you're in the Menlo Park area, you stop by Freewheel Brewing Company for some awesome beers and amazing people. Freewheel Brewing link and location information can be found in the description below. Let me know what kind of brew banshee you are. Are you a lager banshee or maybe you're an ale banshee? Either way, post your answers in the comment section. If you have a brewery that you like Brew Banshee to spotlight, please let me know. I'm always looking for another place to grab a beer. And as always, keep your toes in the sand and a beer in the hand. Be good.